Moving now to campaign 2022. This week, Governor Ned Lamont released new crime statistics, which showed most crimes are down. But today, his Republican challenger, Bob Stefanowski, said most people just don't feel safe, and that legislation passed this year to address crime was a mistake. Our chief political reporter, Susan Raff, is breaking it all down. She's joining us live right now at the state capitol with more tonight. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Mark. The report that came out on Monday was somewhat encouraging news. It showed that crime is overall down in Connecticut when it comes to violent crimes and property crimes. But there are some areas of concern, and Bob Stefanowski is trying to highlight that.
Connecticut saw a spike in crime during the pandemic, but a new report shows crime has dropped.
These numbers are not just relatively positive year over year, but over the last 10 years, over the last 20 years, over the last 30 years.
Earlier this week, Governor Lamont released results of that annual report. Here's what the numbers say. A 3% reduction in overall crime, a 9% drop in violent crime, and a 2% reduction in property crimes.
I mean, the stats you hear about are all the ones that are down.
However, rapes have increased, and Hartford may have more homicides this year than in the past 20 years. But it's the police accountability bill that Stefanowski says is causing a huge shortage of police.
What do you think's going to happen if Democrats say we should defund police? Of course less people are going to apply.
But that shortfall is happening all over the country, not just here in Connecticut. And this year, Connecticut passed a crime bill which holds juveniles more accountable. Representative Steve Staffstrom, who chairs the Judiciary Committee, says Connecticut remains one of the safest states in the U.S.
I think Bob Stefanowski would like everybody to be walking around thinking about crime. I think he is trying to manufacture a crisis for his own political expediency. The stats do not bear out his rhetoric and his talking points.
Now, during the pandemic, Connecticut did experience a spike in juvenile crimes. We saw a lot of car thefts and break-ins. And to address that in this legislation, there are things that require juveniles to wear electronic monitoring devices and more accountability, certainly for repeat offenders, and to have more programs and services available. We are live at the state capitol. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Susan, thank you.